Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. Another video. This time we'll be covering the Avengers. So, the first big crossover superhero film. They got all of these guys to come together and they set off something a lot larger. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Let's look at the reviews. It got 8 out of 10 on IMDb, 69% on Metacritic, and 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. 2.5 hours, or 2 hours 24 to be exact. Action sci-fi film came out in 2012. Now, when this came out, this was like huge because you saw the trailer. I think after Captain America, like if you stay to the end, you'd get a trailer for this. It was incredible, like that, seeing all those heroes come together to make something larger eventually. It was an insane film. So now let's go through it and give it a score, shall we? Yes, we shall. So, starts off by each hero doing this sort of thing. So it starts off like in a lab where the Tesseract is this space infinity stone. But it starts where the Tesseract is. It is given a huge sense of energy, and so Nick Fury is called in. So basically, this huge surge of energy opens a port from the other side and lets Loki through. Loki then basically goes on a rampage, kills a bunch of people, and then controls a bunch of people's minds with his scepter. So he does all that, and Nick Fury tries to escape. He doesn't quite manage to escape with the Tesseract. They steal the Tesseract. The building explodes, and then they go to the Avengers initiative. So they have to call in all the best guys. Also, one of the people he controlled was Clint Barton, Hawkeye. So Hawkeye got mind controlled and is possessed for a good chunk of the film. They start calling in their agents. They start calling Black Widow. She attacks and destroys the people that she was on the mission with and goes to help. She has to go recruit the Hulk. Agent Phil Coulson's gonna go recruit Iron Man. Nick Fury's already on Captain America. He's already got him through, so they try to get all to meet. Starts off with Loki. They try to track Loki's location. They get him. It's like in a big theater in Germany. He tries to get everyone to kneel, and Captain America starts to fight him. He fights him to begin with, and then he maybe starts losing. Iron Man comes in, shoots him, he just decides to surrender. They're thinking that was too easy. They go into a big plane ship, and then suddenly lightning strikes. Thor comes in, gets Loki, jumps out of the plane, and takes him and just has a chat with him to talk about like why he's done this and why he's like stealing stuff, the Tesseract and all that stuff. Eventually, Iron Man comes back and attacks Thor for stealing Loki. Big fight. Captain America comes in to stop it eventually. They all get back to the ship and everything like that. Then quarrels start, turns, hot heads. They start to have like butt heads and stuff, all that. They start to talk. Black Widow eventually talks to Loki about how Hawkeye is doing and like how he's possessed and everything like that. They eventually get there, and then another ship flies by. Hawkeye's there, and he destroys one of the propellers. He destroys that propeller, and eventually they have to go sort it. Iron Man and Captain America go. Iron Man says if he like spins around fast enough, he can get the propeller started again. Starts that there's a group's invaded. The Hulk's been released. He gets so angry, he starts to smash. Good thing Thor's on hand to like deal with that. Eventually, a plane starts to shoot him, and the Hulk jumps on that plane, and then eventually falls down to the ground. Thor gets tricked by Loki and gets trapped in the container that Loki was in. Then eventually Phil Coulson comes in to try and stop him. He gets stabbed through the chest, and they think he's dead. And basically after all the wreckage and carnage, Nick Fury says Coulson's died. They go back. He shows the Captain America trading card. Shows him to Captain America. Says he wanted everyone to come together and make all that happen, and that's what they were gonna sort of do. They decided they went to New York, got that all sorted, because Loki was at Stark Towers trying to create the portal. He goes all the way over. They'll go all the way over there. Then everyone comes in. Thor comes in. Hulk comes in. There's a huge army that's coming from the sky being attacked. They eventually get to become a team and start destroying. Oh yeah, and also Clint was on the battleship as well. So Hawkeye fights Black Widow. She eventually beats him, and then he comes back to his senses to try to help them in this massive fight. They get to a massive fight. There's a huge army. The military want to shoot a nuke. They eventually try to shoot the nuke. into New York to try and destroy everything. Iron Man's on his way, he grabs it, and he has to try and get that nuke into the portal. They figure out how to close the portal using Loki's scepter. Also, Loki in this, he fights a couple of people, jumps on a machine, gets off that machine, gets beaten up by the Hulk, smashed, and then it's just lying there for a little while because he's very hurt. Iron Man eventually gets the nuke in. They have to shut the portal. Iron Man comes in just out. They think he's dead. Hulk screams. He's back alive, and then they have to deal with Loki, send him all the way back off to Asgard. That's basically the general gist of the film. It's a very entertaining film. I think it deserves an 8 out of 10. I think that's a fair review. It's considering it's a film that started off like not the whole MC universe, that was Iron Man, but like the first stage of it. Like obviously you had all the films before, then you had Avengers, a bunch more films, and then you had the second Avengers film, and then also all that, and then the last two. Now I will give you a bit of spoiler warning. I will be covering Infinity War and Endgame. I'm not going to be covering Age of Ultron on this November month, unfortunately. That's not on the list. I didn't really want to cover it either. I mean, it was alright, but you know, it's just maybe not as good as the rest. So don't worry. The last ones will come at the end of the reviews, the hero review saga. But for now, yeah, we'll leave that as an 8 out of 10, and we'll call it there. So hopefully you enjoy this film review of the Avengers. Oh god, my throat. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review of the Avengers. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you for another review another time. Alright then, bye.